We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we get decent-sized slates in both the NBA and the NHL. We're looking at 7 games in the NHL. We're looking at 8 games in the NBA.
Sounds great.
And yeah, so it should be a good slate of action for today. But before we get into today's slate, before we get into today's games, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right and one went wrong. And not a lot went right for me, Tim, especially in the NHL. Kind of a funky night of action. We had a couple really interesting winners. Just for starters, last night, if you are a dog bettor, which I usually am, but I feel like I just didn't have enough of the dogs last night. We had 2 dogs plus. I'm trying to see 2 dogs of plus 300 or better win last night in those late games, with Montreal knocking off Calgary and Arizona knocking off the Colorado Avalanche. The Coyotes now lead the NHL in points against the Avalanche.
Did you also mention the Canadiens one?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Out of the 4 games the Coyotes played the Avalanche, they got 5 points out of those games. 2 wins and an overtime loss. I don't think anybody's beaten the Avs twice this year other than the Yotes.
Wow.
So that's a little fun fact there. But looking over yesterday's card, for me, College went 5-5, down half a unit. And then the NHL went 5-10, down 6.55 units. The Senators failed to score in the first period, which cost me that team total over half in the first period and the both teams to score. Tampa Bay Lightning never showed up yesterday. They lost the first period, I want to say 2-0. Losing the first period puck line, and they didn't score in the third period, which lost the both teams to score in the third period. Also, they lost me my money line parlay with them in Minnesota. Minnesota did come through. Washington, I had a weird feeling about Washington yesterday because all the money was coming on Carolina. The line moved down. That should have been a red flag to bet the Washington Capitals last night, and I just didn't read into that. I was following a trend that was 10-0 the last 10 games, and of course, with 1 minute and 27 seconds left in the first period, the Capitals score to kill the 10-game first period shutout streak for the Carolina Hurricanes. Spoiler alert, we're going right back to that today. Minnesota team total over and full game over, both cash. Team total over 3.5. They beat the Flyers 5-4. Once again, shaky goaltending in that game, though. And their defense has not looked good as of late. Oilers puck line, they lose straight up in overtime to the Chicago Blackhawks. Coyotes, I had them plus 2.5. My only regret was not sprinkling the plus 1.5 in the money line. But it is what it is. The Golden Knights, team total over in the first period, and the first period over 1.5. Just like the Senators, they failed to score, which cost me that. So it could have been a much better night if I could have gotten 1 goal in the first period from the Sens and the Knights. That would have made me 9-6 instead of 5-10. Montreal, Calgary, second period, both teams to score did come through, as well as Arizona, Colorado, second period, both teams to score. Other than the shutout game with Carolina and Washington, both teams to score in the second period hit in every single game. Fun fact there. And then I ended the night off with a Calgary Flames third period puck line loser, as they were up a goal heading into the third, and it went to overtime. So they lost that third period. So overall yesterday, not great. 10-15, down 7.05 units for me. Looking to bounce back, and I kind of like today's sleep.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for today because we actually get college baseball lines back up. I have 5 plays. They're all in the scroller down below. They're also on the TikTok if you guys, if it's easier to read them off that way. But yesterday went 2-1 in NBA, which was nice. The Spurs were my only loser. They kind of teased me. They were down like 14, 15 points, came all the way back. I believe tied it, took a 5-point lead, and then I'm losing the game straight up. But my other two plays worked out nicely, which were the Clippers and the Mavericks. Those were the two. Those worked out nicely for me, so was able to cash on both of those. Happy with that. 5-5 in college basketball could have easily have been 7-3. Two of our unders lost within the last 30 seconds of the game. Actually, within the last 20 seconds of the game, I believe one of them. So it happens. Sometimes you get some bad beats. The other night we got a really good win, so we'll be back onto it today. There's a 5-pack up on the site, on the Earle Sportsbet site if you guys are interested. No best bet today just because it's a smaller slate, and there wasn't anything that was significantly better than everything else that we wanted to put up as a best bet. So just a 5-pack up for today. And there's also a free play up on the site, but if you guys watched the free pick video yesterday, you'll find it there. We'll go ahead and say hi to the chat, and then we'll go and move on. Hello, damn Tim. I went Nets and Lakers. Hello, I can't believe it. Lakers, no more bets for me this year. Man, it's like I've been saying to fade them all year. Get that. The Lakers suck. There's your breaking news for today. I'm busting. But we'll go ahead and get started with today's slate. I believe there is 9 games in the NBA. And I have 3 bets, so we'll go ahead and start going through these, Nick.
Yeah, the Philadelphia Flyers 76ers are hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sorry, I'm not in the NBA mood right now. The Sixers are 7.5-point favorites, total of 218. Needless to say, I have no plays today in the NBA. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, we'll go start off with someone with the pass. If anything, it's a lean towards the Sixers. I just think 7.5 points is too many to lay with the Sixers. Cavs are not the same team that we've been seeing. They are 5-5 their last 10, 4-6 against the spread. But since getting James Harden, this Philadelphia team has won by 21 points. They've won by 14 points or 16 points, and they won by 15 points against New York, and Minnesota. Cleveland's the best opponent that they've had to play since then. But I still think this is a spot where it would be a lean towards Philly. James Harden has been playing really well since getting there. Maxi's been really good since James Harden has arrived too. So that's been a breath of fresh air for the Sixers. Still a couple of injuries on that Cleveland side. So I'd be a lean towards the Sixers in this one, but I'm ultimately passing on this game.
Fair enough. Then we'll move on to the next game here. The all-of-a-sudden red-hot Pistons. They're hosting the Indiana Pacers here. The Pacers are 2.5-point favorites. Total 229. What are you looking?
Stop it. Get some help.
Yep, here's your 1-800-GAMBLER game of the day. I'm not interested in this one. It'd be a lean towards the Pistons, but I'm not getting enough points. I would want at least 4 to 5 points in order to bet them. Can the Pistons go out and win again? Yes, they won straight up against Toronto the other night. Oh, they're on a second leg of a back-to-back. That's another reason why I kind of laid off of them. But yeah, they've covered in 6 straight games, and they've covered in every single game since the All-Star break, which is kind of interesting to see. No, I'm not going after this game. Yes, red hot Pistons, but not enough points on the second leg of a back-to-back. I'm passing on this one.
All righty. Sounds good. You sure you don't want to back the Pistons right now? They're a wagon, right?
No,
right.
No, they're not.
All right, then we'll move on here. The Atlanta Hawks are hosting the Washington Wizards in this next matchup here. Hawks are 4-point road favorites. They're total 223 in this game. Hawks are coming in off of a back-to-back. Are we looking at backing them here?
No, I'm actually on Washington, and I haven't been on Washington in a while. Atlanta is coming off of a big win last night versus Chicago, which I will say for last night's games, the two weird lines with the Bulls and the Celtics game or the Grizzlies game, I called both of them correctly, saying that I would have bet the Hawks. I would have bet the Celtics. I didn't bet them because I was not messing with those sketchy lines. But this game is a Wizard spot. They're coming in a little bit more rested. They haven't played since the first, where they actually won a game. And you're getting plus points with them at home. I think it's a good spot for them to kind of try to make a rebound. They're not going to be a playoff team. They know that. They're not a strong team this year, but I feel like this could be a good spot for Washington to cover, if not even win this game against an Atlanta team who's coming off of a big win versus the Bulls. So Wizards +4.
All right. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I've seen you say you're interested in the Wizards.
Normally I don't bet East Coast games, but that one just stuck out to me. It's Friday today. It's nobody in here. Yeah, it's fine. Nope, no sweat. Sup, bros? Like and subscribe, everyone. Dang right. You got the Bulls +6.5, and you're on the Devils first period.
Yeah, that's one thing I did not get today is to that wagon because numbers actually pointed towards there's not much of a edge on that one there.
Fair enough. So people are catching on to that one.
Yeah, people are catching on.
We'll go ahead and move on.
Milwaukee Bucks, they're 4.5-point road favorites. They're in Chicago in this one here. Total is 240 in this game. Is that justified?
I mean, these two. Milwaukee has been scoring a bunch, and the Bulls they've been scoring too. I'm not really interested in a total. This is a very similar situation to the last game. I'm fading the Bulls after last night's game. I was actually able to get Milwaukee at -3. Now it's close to 5 in some books, so I'm happy about that line movement for me. So that's kind of nice there. I feel like this is a spot where even on the road, the Bucks win this game by double digits. Bulls have just been up and down recently. They have been covering spreads, so that's kind of good to see. They've covered 6 out of their last 10, but they haven't covered in 3 straight games. And they covered in 1 out of 3 since the All-Star break. I'm on the Bucks tonight. I think they keep going. That's another. Both these two teams are heavy competitive in that. They're fighting for the division right now. And if Milwaukee wins tonight, they're tied with Chicago. So this is a big game for both teams. I think Milwaukee comes out on top for this one, though.
Sounds good. Yeah, this Bulls team seems kind of tricky this year, don't they?
Just a tad, but they've been very profitable this year if you bet on them. So yeah, at least that's a positive. What up, Twins? Hit the like button. Let's make some money. Let's get it. This bowl games, I like the under and the Bucks. I like the Bucks as well. I would lean under as well because 240 is a lot. Kings, Blue Jackets up to 6.5. I'm on the under.
It's up to 6.5. I got it at 5.5 yesterday. I got the over.
There you go. We'll keep on rolling.
Yeah, Orlando Magic and Toronto Raptors. Raptors are -8 in this game. Total 219.5. Are we feeling some Magic today?
I mean, the Raptors did just lose straight up as 8-point favorites to the Pistons yesterday. And the Magic are coming off of an overtime loss to Indiana 2 days ago. No, I'm not betting this game. It'd be leaning towards Orlando. We've seen Toronto really struggle since the return of the All-Star break. They are technically they're 1-4 against the spread, 2-3 straight up since the All-Star break. Fred VanVleet's been beat up, and I think he's going to be out again tonight. This would be a Magic spot or nothing, but I'm going to go ahead and choose nothing for this game.
That sounds like a great idea with Magic involved.
There you go. Lakers are yes, they are. I've said that a couple of times, so right on.
More than a couple.
Yeah, more than a couple. More on there.
You like Jazz? They're 4.5-point road favorites in this one here. They're in New Orleans. Total 224. We get the Jazz in the Jazz capital of the world. Where are we looking for this game?
I'm on the Jazz. And I got them at 2.5, and now it's up to 4.5. So that's kind of nice. Jazz are the hottest team in the NBA right now. They are 9-1
Oh, you froze.
straight up in there, and not a team that I want to not a team I want to fade. New Orleans is coming off of a pretty big size win. They won by 30 versus Sacramento. They even won by 28 to the Lakers, and they beat Phoenix by 15 their last 3 games. So they're coming off some big wins, but I feel like this is a spot where the Jazz are on the up, and this is the big time of the year that the Jazz want to go in and get the job done. I feel like this is a spot they cover the 2.5 that I have. The 4.5 is a little bit more shaky, but I do like the Utah Jazz at -2.5 or -4.5 in this game versus the Pelicans. I think that they win by double digits.
Sounds good.
I kind of like Pelicans. Line is fishy. Well, the line has moved from a 2.5 to a 4.5, so it's moved in the right direction.
No, you froze again.
It's against 3.
You froze there.
They're coming off of 3 big wins against the Phoenix Suns and 2 trash cans. So we'll see. But I think that the market's overreacting over the Pelicans. But we'll keep moving, Nick.
Yeah. Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in Oklahoma City. Once again, the Thunder are a decent-sized underdog in this game. 9-point favorites are the Timberwolves, a total of 230 in this game. Thoughts?
I really want to go after the Oklahoma City Thunder today. But I chose 3 plays and stuck with it because I'm not going super high volume right now. This Thunder would be my number 4 play of the day. Just didn't get to it. This Minnesota team's been very scrappy lately. They just took out the Golden State Warriors by 15, took out the Cavs who've been playing well. They got blown out by
You froze.
Philly, but they beat Memphis. So they're 3-1 since the All-Star break. Oklahoma City Thunder, they've been covering. They even had a big win last game by winning by 12 points as 15.5-point favorites. But they're only 2-2 since the All-Star break in terms of covering spreads. So we'll see with that one. Thunder were very, very close to getting onto my card, and they may end up getting get there as a free play for me up on the site. But for right now, I'm going to be laying off this game.
That's fair.
Morning, fellas. Lightning bounced back today.
I don't think so.
Cavs cover like a blanket today. Maybe. I did not bet that game, so that's fine. We'll keep on rolling.
Yeah, Houston Rockets, they're at the Denver Nuggets here. Nuggets are 13.5-point home favorites. So we have a total of 236 in this game. Where are you looking? And you're frozen. Okay, now you're good.
Yeah. You froze, or my thing froze when you were introducing the game. I know what's going on though. This is a pass. We just saw the Nuggets lose straight up as 14.5-point favorites versus Oklahoma City at home, which is very concerning. Rockets are 0-10 their last 10 games though, so I want to keep that one in mind as well. I think this is a spot where Denver comes in pissed, and I think they go absolutely off. I think they win by 20 plus in this game, to be honest. Houston's coming off of an overtime game against Utah. I feel like this is a good spot for Denver to bounce back, at least get the win, whether or not they cover or not. I think they do, but I'm not laying 13.5 points. Lean towards Denver in this game, but I do not lay that big of numbers.
Fair enough. See, I thought, Denver usually doesn't cover these huge spreads, so I'd actually probably lean the other way. With the Rockets.
But I don't trust the Rockets right now, even though they did just go to overtime with the Jazz, but I still don't trust them necessarily right now.
Yeah,
we'll keep on rolling. This is the last NBA game of the day, Nick.
Oh wow! New York Knicks, they're at the Phoenix Suns here. Suns are 7-point home favorites, a total of 222.
This is a final pass of the day. It'd be a lean towards the Suns. The Knicks could end up having 5 plays today. But this Suns team, they're good. They're really good. 50-12 this year. So yeah, they've been really strong lately. Since the All-Star break, they're 2-2, with losses against Utah and New Orleans, but wins against Oklahoma City and Portland. And when they win in dominant fashion, which I think they could win in dominant fashion again today, where they win by 10, 15 points, especially at home against a Knicks team that's 1-9 in their last 10 and the same record covering spreads. I feel like this is a sun spot or nothing. It may make my card later, but for right now, it's a pass.
Fair enough. So a little bit of a lighter card for you there. But yeah, it works.
There you go. Rockets' body language was so bad last time I watched them. It happens. Hockey, he likes Jets and the Jackets today. We're about to go over some hockey for you, though.
You froze.
Yeah, I know I froze. You don't have to tell me each and every time I froze. I see the Knicks win today. They can't win them all. Sabres won. Knicks. I mean, yes, that's why I'm not betting it, because Knicks could win this game. But on the road in Phoenix, where Phoenix is 27-7 this year, I don't know about that one. But we'll go ahead and jump into some hockey for today. Started off in New York. The Rangers are hosting the Devils. Rangers are a 150 favorite, total of 6. Where are you looking?
I don't like this game at all. I think this is the only game I completely passed on. We have a New York Rangers team coming in off of a 5-3 win against the St. Louis Blues. It was a lean. I mean, obviously we can lean towards the New Jersey Devils first period money line. I mean, I'm not going to talk anybody off of first period money lines with the New Jersey Devils. That has been a little bit of a wagon. You can get that for, let's see, plus 125. Let's see if we can do better on my other book. Both are plus 125. So I would lean towards the Devils in the first period. You can also have Devils team total over a half a goal at minus 135 just to score in the first period. Could be an interesting look as well. Against Alexander or against Igor Shesterkin, though, that's kind of what pumped the brakes for me here. If it's Alexander Georgiev in net, I will be all over the Devils today, but I believe it's going to be Shesterkin. This is going to be a pass for me.
That's fair. I froze again. Whatever. This is annoying, but I'll be back home tomorrow. Detroit Red Wings are in Tampa Bay taking on the Lightning. Lightning are minus 260 favorites, total of 6.5. Where are you looking at this one, Nick?
Yeah, this one I may have a little bit too much on this game, but I really like this spot here. We do have a confirmed goalie in this game. It's Brian Elliott for the Tampa Bay Lightning. We're getting the backup goalie. We don't have to worry about Andrei Vasilevsky. Yes, I know the Lightning are coming in off of a really bad loss last night on a second half of a back-to-back. And something we got to look at for this season a little bit for the end of the year. We have this team that's on the opposite side of the Lightning tonight. I think could be a potential giant killer in the right spot. This feels like a right spot to do that. Here we go. The Detroit Red Wings to score a goal in the first period at minus 120. I think that they're going to be able to catch a rusty Brian Elliott early before he settles down. And I kind of laddered this game with 2 of these being half unit plays, 1 being a full unit play. Detroit Red Wings plus 2.5 full unit at minus 125. Half units each. Detroit Red Wings plus a goal and a half at minus 107. And Detroit Red Wings money line at plus 232. I also do like the under in this game. Both these teams, this game, my numbers shouted under at me. I'm going under 6.5. I'm going under 6.5 in this game as well. I just think that's just way too high of a total. I was expecting a 6 in this game, and we're getting 6.5 around even money. So Detroit all day and under for this one here. I can see this being a 3-2 Detroit type of win.
There you go. There you go. I don't mind that at all. Pens and both teams to score plus 230 hit last night.
There you go.
There you go. Power Rangers
No.
plus 1.5. Red Wings puck line has been good, hasn't it?
Yes. They're not a team I'm looking to just blindly fade.
That's fair. You took first period New Jersey Devils.
I don't hate it.
Cool. And this is probably the marquee matchup of the day. Hopefully I can enjoy it tonight. The Buffalo Sabres are hosting the Minnesota Wild. It's me versus Terry. Let's do this. I'm excited for it. Minus 200 for Minnesota. Total of 6.5. Come on, Nick. Tell me that you're fading Terry, backing me. Let's go Sabres.
Well, for starters, I am on the second period, both teams to score. This has been a prop that's been cashing in many Sabres games. It didn't cash in our last game mainly because the Leafs didn't show up. But I'm on that. That's at even money. I'm sorry, Tim. I'm on the puck line for the Minnesota Wild at plus 125. This is a spot here. You're getting Cabo Kakinen in net, the better of the two goalies. And this is a Sabres team I'm going to continue to look to fade. One little fluky performance against a team that's a terrible big favorite does not change the way I think about this Buffalo Sabres team. This is a fade team for me. Give me the puck line here for the Minnesota Wild at plus 125.
You know I'm going to be on the Buffalo Sabres money line. This is just a fun game between me and Terry. The last time they faced, Buffalo Sabres won 3-2 in shootout. Never let Terry live that one down. Now, if Buffalo goes and takes and sweeps season series between the Wild, I'm never going to let him let that one down. No, I feel like this is a good spot for the Sabres. Minnesota is coming off of a back-to-back, they're on a second leg of a back-to-back against they had a hard-fought, come-from-behind win last night versus the Flyers, and then they traveled to Buffalo. Buffalo coming off a nice win against Toronto. And I feel like this could be a good spot where Buffalo goes and wins this one 3-2. I just feel like this could be a good spot for it. I know it might seem biased, but we've seen how the Minnesota Wild have played the last couple of games. Yes, granted, they finally got a win, but they've lost 6 out of their last 8 games. That's not a team that I would be willing to back on a minus 200 on the road or even on a puck line on the road. I feel like this is a Sabres plus a 1.5 spot and a sprinkle on the money line as well. Boom. There's some hockey analysis from me.
Probably the only time I'll have a bet on the Sabres for the rest of the year is when we go to the game in April. That's probably about it, just because we're at the game.
What happened to the Leafs? The Sabres destroyed them. Tage Thompson point, Skinner point, Tuck point, Dali point. Any of those would work. But especially Tage Thompson, he's been destroying it. Anyways, we'll keep moving on. Kings minus 155 favorites in Columbus, taking on the Blue Jackets. Total of 6 in this game. Where are you looking?
Yeah, I like goals in this game. I got 130, minus 130 for over 5.5 last night with these two teams. I was stunned to see this at a 5.5. This game screams over at me with the 5.5. Even with a 6, it does as well. The Kings have gone over 5.5 expected goals in 8 of the last 10, 7 of the last 10 for Columbus, including 4 in a row for Columbus, 3 in a row for LA. These are two teams that goals. And I think that continues into today's game as well. Over 5.5 and a nice little plus 150 prop here. Both teams to score in the first period as well. Columbus has been hitting that at a pretty decent clip this year. If I can find the numbers behind Columbus first period. I don't know if I have. See, I don't have those numbers on me right now, do I? No. But Columbus first period, both teams to score is actually hitting a pretty decent amount. So I like that as well.
There you go. Anderson is going to get smoked. No,
I can
stop
see
it.
that.
A betting app is offering a free bet equal to your wager if you win on the point spread of Pelicans versus Jazz up to $50. Hey, good luck. But we'll keep on rolling. Pittsburgh Penguins are in Carolina taking on the Hurricanes, -135. Home favorites are the Canes. Total is 6. Keep rolling, Nick.
Yeah, a little bit of random news real quick. I see an ESPN news. The Dallas Cowboys are likely to release wide receiver Amari Cooper by the start of the next year.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Penguins and Hurricanes here. Hurricanes coming off of that embarrassing loss yesterday against the Pittsburgh or against the Washington Capitals. They didn't score anything. They lost 4-0, and it wasn't very pretty while doing it. On the other side, the Pittsburgh Penguins coming off of a very dominating win versus Tampa Bay. And looking at this spot here, I'm going right back to it. I hinted at this earlier. I'm going right back to the Hurricanes shutting out their opponents in the first period. It's 10-1 in the last 11 games. Yesterday was the only one that it didn't. I like the Pittsburgh Penguins team total under half a goal here in the first period at +115. I lean towards the Hurricanes and rag or Hurricanes full game as well. I see this as a bounce back spot here and a letdown spot for Pittsburgh. It all plays out to Carolina here for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Because we just saw Carolina get shut out last night, so we'll see how that one works. Penguins under 6.
I don't hate that.
This one could easily be, a 3-1 type game for Canes?
Yeah, it can very well be. The only thing that really pauses me on that one is that it's most likely Antiranta and net, not Frederick Anderson.
That's fair. 2 games left on today's slate, Nick. We get the Dallas Stars taking on the Winnipeg Jets. This one's essentially a pick'em. Total is 6. And Dallas is, I believe, 1 point out for that 8 spot at the moment. So they're right on the bubble. What are we thinking for them?
Yeah. And what I'm about to say is this is the first time in this NHL season that I'm playing one of these. I like the draw at +300, half unit play. We've seen these two teams have played 3 times this season, I believe. Yeah. The first matchup on November 2nd, 4-3 shootout game that the Jets won. The next game was in Dallas, and Dallas wins 4-3 in overtime. The last time these two teams played was in Dallas. Dallas wins 3-2 in overtime. Give me overtime one more time between these two teams here. +300 for the draw. This is the first time I'm playing this prop this year, and I'll probably be playing it a lot more during the playoffs and down the stretch a little bit, because you can see teams fighting for points at this point. This is we're, I believe, less than 100 days away from the playoffs or something like that. So because teams we're getting down to the final stretch here. Some teams only have we're about 2/3 of the way through the season. So I probably expect more closer games. There's going to be a click to more unders and more overtimes. That could be coming soon as well. Give me the draw here with the Stars and the Winnipeg Jets.
I like it. A little bit of plus money action, which will bring us into our final game, which is 2 teams that Golden Knights, who are currently in the 8th spot in the West. They're -125 road favorite in Anaheim, which Anaheim's 3 points behind them in the 10th spot. What are we liking for this one, Nick?
Vegas better watch out, or they're not going to the playoffs this year. This is a Vegas Golden Knights team. Everyone expects them to be Stanley Cup contenders. I don't know if they make the playoffs. But one thing they do is they score in the first period. And I like the first period over 1.5. I like their team total over half a goal in the first period. I'm going right back to that today. It didn't hit last night. I think it does tonight. And I think Vegas is able to put up at least 3 goals against this Anaheim team. So I went first period over 1.5 in this spot. And then team totals for first period and full game team total overs for half in the first period and full game over 2.5 full game. Both are the first period is minus 160, the full game is minus 155 for these team total overs.
There you go. There you go. That is every single game on today's slate. We got through it. About 36 minutes, Nick. Not bad. We're going to start trying to, go through these shows like this. I like it. We don't have a bumper to run because we need to record another one once I get back to Greenville tomorrow. But we'll go into some housekeeping and then recapping and then heading on out for today. Actually, before we go into housekeeping, college baseball for today. Maryland money line minus 140 versus Michigan in the LeClaire Classic. That one is in East Carolina, or it's in Greenville. Oklahoma State minus 153, Kentucky money line plus 141, Georgia Tech minus 137, and the under in the ECU and Indiana State game. Those are my 5 plays for college baseball today. But we'll go ahead and jump into the housekeeping. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below between our Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, our merch, TikTok, EarleSportsBets.com, and the ESB Shorts channel. ESB Shorts is the YouTube version for our TikTok. For people who do not like TikTok, if you guys are interested in seeing our short little videos, those have like our college baseball cards, or my college baseball cards. They have some free pick videos and stuff going on there. So if you guys are interested in that, check out those, all linked in the description down below. Make sure you guys check out all the people around ESB as well. Terry, Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, subscribe to him. His link's in the description below. He's live Monday through Saturday at 5:00 p.m. to go over the hockey slate. And then for the Picks and Parleys people, Craig did his show earlier. Me and Nick live now. Higgs at 12, 1:30 with Allie Burns from Morning Wood. 6:00 game time decision. And then there's plenty of free pick videos going to be coming out for all those YouTube channels. So make sure you guys check out each and every single one of them. Recap for today. I already went over my college baseball plays. For the NBA, I like Milwaukee. I got them at -3. I picked Washington at +4 and Utah -2.5. Nick?
Yeah, riding with the Wild puck line, both teams to score in the second period as well. LA and Columbus over 5.5, both teams to score in the first period. Detroit Red Wings got plenty of them on them tonight. The first period team total over half. Also +2.5. That's a full unit play at -125. And then the +1.5 in the money line, half units each. The +1.5 is -107. The full game money line +232. Which that has dropped. That was like 280 last night on some places. Unfortunately, the line was not available to me. And also the under 6.5 in that game as well at -105. Pittsburgh Penguins, first period, team total under half a goal, +115. Winnipeg and Dallas draw +300, half unit play there. Vegas Golden Knights, team total over half a goal in the first period and 2.5 full game, and the first period over 1.5 with the Vegas Golden Knights and the Anaheim Ducks to close out the night.
There you go. That's everything for today. Nick, finish on out the stream.
Yeah, that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified whenever we go live here at ESB, which is anywhere in between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here, as always, by my brother, Tim. This has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you guys. Good luck.